Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and we got some more Town Hall 12 and 11 attacks for you. Nick coming in with the 6-pack at 12v12 fresh. So let's go and take a look at see what he did. Alright, so we are in a war right now versus Dutch Force. It's just a friendly war, and we're playing no dip right now, but Nick did come in here fresh 6-pack on number 3 and number 7. But I do also want to touch on the fact that if you guys see right now, you might see like, oh, Carbon, you might have a little bit of a sunburn. I mean, you can tell by my hand right here, it looks completely different. Do you guys know why? What was I possibly doing outside to get this type of sunburn? Well, I was golfing, and if you guessed that the glove was on this hand, you are right. But you could tell it's a little burnt, a little bit. I don't know how long this will take to peel or whatnot, but have you guys gotten burnt like this before? Even worse? Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I'm a little bit burnt there, but either way, let's go and get into some of these attacks at Town Hall 12 for WHF. All right, so you're going to see Nick coming in this first attack here, which is a Queen Charge Hog attack. And what does he do in this attack? Well, take a look. He's got a jump spell. He also has wall breakers. He decides to use the Stone Slammer, part of the Hog portion of the raid, send some balloons in to try to remove this Archer Tower, damages it a little bit, but this baby dragon is going to actually take out these buildings and then take out the Archer Tower with the final shot. So it was actually pretty valuable baby dragon with those balloons. Drops the freeze, sends the wall breaks. I mean, he was pretty late right there, but he was able to get that off, allowing the queen then to charge into here and get access to the enemy queen. And the eagle is only 1, 2, 3 tiles right there, and so that means she can reach the eagle as she is going to charge into here. So uses the balloon to see if he can pull any Seeking Air Mines. There is the Lava Hound. King was a nice use of the funnel right there, and then the queen's going to get aggroed into the core of the space to the enemy queen. Look at this. The balloon does actually pull a Seeking Air Mine here as he's making the charge. So if we take a look at how many expos he ended up actually fighting in this charge, well, only 1. So the other expos were on the other side by the town hall. So he only had to take out 1 expo, the queen. So he was able to make this push through here. So which allowed him to make the push and get all of this value here. Plus the jump spell is going to come right here, and she's going to be responsible for moving her way up this way. And then the hogs are going to come through here with the warden. So the queen removed the enemy queen, the CC, an Inferno Tower, the Eagle, an Expo, ton of value, and then these Expos are going to be dealt with as the Hogs are moving through the rest of this base here. So you can see, here comes the Hogs, a nice job, has some cleanup wizards behind. This was a fresh attack, so even being a first attack like in the Clan War Leagues, that's a huge deal, plus also in ESL. So finds a little bit of a Tesla farm over here. Hogs are moving through it. Nice job. Stone Slammer is not only distracting these defenses, but also taking them out, allowing the Hogs to path directly to this town hall. And he does have 1 free spell in his pocket that he could drop over the town hall and the expo right there. So look at that. Nice job. You're going to see a freeze right there over the expo that was targeting the queen. Here comes the hogs. You're going to see the warden ability right about there. Drop some wizards to direct target that cannon to help out the hogs. Finds a tornado trap. Not going to do anything. Perfect timing. And an absolutely beautiful queen charge hog hit at 12v12. Very nice job, Nick. And the next one that he comes in with a fresh attack is the Batslap. So, and it was interesting on the Batslap is he ended up popping the warden ability really early. So let's go ahead and jump and see what allowed this one to work, right? So you're going to see the warden ability. He's going to charge into this base here. Let's go ahead and break this base down. I personally just want to see what made this and allow it to work, right? So you're going to see he has an E-Drag over here. He's going to use it at about 9 o'clock and remove this whole section here. And the king is going to be responsible for going up here. And then the Wall Wrecker is going to go through here. But he's going to have an Ice Golem to lead the charge, which is going to end up freezing that single target. I believe that is the reason why he decided to take an Ice Golem to help lead the charge, tank, and let the Wall Wrecker get deeper, because then the single target will not lock onto the Wall Wrecker, plus through the freeze. It's a huge value right there. So the E-Drag's getting some nice chain value here over at 9 o'clock. You're going to see the bats come right into here, this first multi. They're going to make their way through here, but I guess it's really, the bats aren't necessarily meant to clear the whole base. The bats are meant to clear one section, and then the queen with the healers will clear the final multi, right? And so here it is. All these witches, nice Ice Golem. Perfect job with that Ice Golem freeze. Freezes that single. Now he's moving his way onto that single target Inferno. Going to take it down. King does end up moving here. He went inside and then back out. But look at this. He's going to pop the one ability. One to really protect that queen right there. And then there it is. There is the freeze and the bats. Wants to take out both his Expo. So the queen can come in here and she won't end up getting targeted by that Expo. So nice job here. That Lava Hound's actually going to go down really fast. Decides not to take a poison spell. This is a fresh attack here. Got some balloons in here. Trying to test and pull some Seeking Air Mines to protect those healers right there. And then freezes this multi. These bats are going to get some value on the outside. They're not going to take that multi-target Inferno down. But you can just see if you kind of break it up, right? So he created the funnel. The bats removed this quadrant right here. The king and witches removed this section right here. Or I guess the bats really moved all this. Then the queen was responsible for in here with the witches. So this was all theirs right through here. And then they just continue right through the base like that. And then you got some topside witches that are going around the base. Look at this. Actually really smart here. If you kind of just break the base up into the kind of different sections, what the bats can get, what the witches can get, and then what the king and the witches on the outside can get. Looks like you could pretty much get some triples here at Town Hall 12 with the Batslap. Very nice job. It's a matter of cleanup at this point. Pop's queen ability to protect those healers, but he's ends up able to get this 12v12. So Nick with the 6-pack. Very nice job. The next one I want to cover is a failed attack at Town Hall 11 and then the fix, right? So you're going to see this attack. It's going to get so close, but there's going to be some differences that are going to be made in this attack that allows it to get so much more value, right? So you're going to see Chakra with a beautiful plan here, and then Hex is going to come in and actually clean it up. So he's not going to get the 3-star in here. What is he going to do? You can kind of see the army that he's got here, which is the Queen Charge minor attack, right? So if we're going to take a look, where's the queen? Okay, queen's right here. The eagle's up here. I'm just trying to think of, can you break this base up into different sections, right? Because I personally want to learn how to use hogs, right? So let me go ahead and draw some lines on the screen here for you guys. I know you guys do like that. I can actually draw it straight. Okay, there we go. So there's one, and then there is two. Okay, so if we were to think of it in kind of a grid formation, well, I mean, I guess if we don't do a grid, we have a huge alley right here, and then we have a continuing alley right here, meaning that the base is kind of pushed into two different sections like this, right? So you have section 1, which is this rectangle up here, right? And then you have section 2, which is this rectangle down here. So that's 2, okay. So you're going to see Chakra. I'll go ahead and play it here. He's going to end up using the king to clear the funnel down here and all the trash, right? So he's going to clear that. Some wizards get some nice value right here to help the king. He's going to loop the queen up and around and into this first section, right? He doesn't have a jump, but he does have a stone slammer, which is going to be used to help the queen. No wall breakers. So if you don't have any wall breakers and you don't have a jump spell, you're going to have to use the stone slammer or the wall wrecker to get into the base. And so he's going to drop the Stone Slammer over here to end up breaking this Expo and get access to this Eagle, which is then going to allow him to charge further into the base here. Okay, so, but the big thing right here you're going to see is he doesn't drop a raid spell for this section. You're going to see the cleanup come in and use a raid spell in that section, which he ended up having to pop the queen ability. So you're never going to be able to get to the enemy queen without either a rage or the queen ability, because it's just the enemy king is just too strong here. And so let's see. So he doesn't use anything to funnel really the section up. So look at this. So the P.E.K.K.A. is going to actually move its way up and around the base. So we'll end up seeing what Hex does to fix it. But out comes the CC. Gonna kill the dragon through the poison, and then now I believe there's gonna be an ice golem. Yeah, so there is the ice golem, and now here comes the miners right through this section, right? So he's sending the miners right through here. Has a heal, and he ends up using a rage down here as well. P.E.K.K.A.'s moving upside. It's actually getting some nice value there, so that's not too bad. Drops a rage for the queen, and she's going to continue to charge through here. So we're going to put it on ×4 here, so you can kind of see the warden through the rage and the heal. Warden popped his ability, but now the miners kind of track their way up here, and they're going to move their way all the way around here. He's going to get so close. Yes, it was a great attack, great plan, but you'll see in the cleanup and how much the small little differences they make in an attack. He could have obviously reached that multi if he had the time, but unless that decoration might have actually stopped him because he might not be able to reach it. It's a little hidden trick. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into Hex's attack, and we'll take a look at that. So we actually do have a live, but we're going to take a look at Hexagram's hit to clean it up. So you'll see he pretty much wants to copy the same thing, right? So we're going to put it on ×4 here. So here's the king, and here's the wizards. Okay, look at this. So from learning from the scout, he drops a balloon to pull the Seeking Air Mine. Here's the king. He's moving down here. He's going to create the funnel, and then the queen is going to go here. So this is a difference. Point number 1. King pops his ability, gets pretty much the same value. Boom. That is the first difference, right? Here's the rage. Hexagram's like, okay, I need a rage spell. That is what I do. And then, as this Stone Slammer is moving through here, he drops a wizard up here to help take this down. He has some goblins to take that town hall down very quickly, right? So that wizard and goblin are actually getting some beautiful value here. Queen's going to grab that. And then this is a very smart move as well. So you're going to see he's going to pop this Stone Slammer early. He's not going to let it get a shot off, because if he does, he's going to open this wall and going to let the queen filter outside the base. So you're going to see he pops it early to make sure it doesn't go down, because otherwise it would have taken that wall out. So very smart move there by Hexagram. Wizard does go down. P.E.K.K.A. is now moving on the inside of the space. The Dragon Ice Golem actually are going to lock onto it. Queen's going to help take down the CC. So the big thing you can see here is that Queen still has ability, right? That's a huge thing, because then she can end up using the ability later in the raid to help, right? So nice job. And then he has one more P.E.K.K.A. for the top side cleanup up here. But look at this. Now all the miners have a direct shot right into the space here. So the queen pretty much went through here. Actually, the P.E.K.K.A. is actually being used down here, so it looks like the queen can help. Or it looks like the wizard's actually grabbing that, so my bad. So now the miners are moving through with the heal spell. Nice job. Has one more rage spell as well, and warden ability. So look at this. You can kind of see what the small difference is. So he saves the rage spells for the queen, uses the warden ability for this section down here, and the heal, and you can just see how much of a better hit obviously this was. But Shakagram had the beautiful plan, which all Hex had to do was make a few little tweaks from learning the base after the kind of, I guess it would be scout, even though it was a 99%, still was a very nice hit. But you can see how many more miners are up, and just the pathing was so much better doing that. Try your best not to use and pop that queen ability. Drop those rages to protect that queen rather than using that ability, because you never know when you need that queen ability later in the raid. Obviously he didn't really need it, he popped it at the end there, but saving the queen ability is a huge difference. But Hexagram, beautiful job at coming in and cleaning up that 11v11. And so that's going to wrap up today's video with those 3 attacks, kind of the 2 fresh Town Hall 12 attacks, and then the cleanup at Town Hall 11. I hope you like those fixture fails. I know you guys have commented before that you do, so I like bringing them as well to the channel. But anyways, if you did enjoy today's video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe down below for the daily content. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Carbonfin signing out. Peace.